Good afternoon to our Masonic Homes residents and staff in Union City and Covina, to our Masonic Center for Youth and Families, to our clients and the staff, and also, of course, to our Masonic Outreach Services staff and to the clients that they serve, wherever you are throughout our state, throughout our country, and throughout the world. Well, today is Friday, so thank God it's Friday. It's TGIF. And these broadcasts are going to not only our stations on our campuses, but are also available on our YouTube and our website. So if you want to see this again, be my guest, go log in, and you'll get another 7 or 8 minutes of me. Well, today is another fine shelter-in-place day. It's going to be sunny, it's warming up. The roses are all blooming, so go out and enjoy the weather. Well, as you can see, I didn't make it to Covina. I had a little conversation with my physician that day, and even though the car was packed, he told me, unpack it because you should not be on the road for 6 or 7 hours driving to Covina. And so I've taken his advice. So I guess it's now practice what you preach, because I've been telling you not to go anywhere. And now my doctor has told me not to go anywhere. It seems that I'm in a high-risk group, and probably for my own safety and the safety of those around me, I really should not be traveling at this point. It's too bad, because I was really looking forward to a change of scenery, and I do like to drive. But as they say, practice what you preach. And you could probably now say to me, turnabout is fair play. You may still see me, though, sneaking around in Union City on the campus, and I probably will be sneaking in and out of my office. But just don't tell anybody that you saw me. I am really happy to tell you the next bit of news, and that is that we have no COVID-19 positive cases on either campus. Now, we have had 7 residents now that have tested negative. So 7 residents have been tested, and all 7 are negative. We had 2 residents in Covina who went to the emergency room for other reasons, not for symptoms related to COVID. And when they returned, they of course have to be quarantined because exposure or potential exposure requires quarantine. And that's not to say they were, but they were in an acute care hospital, and we just want to be really, really cautious. In Covina, we still have, of course, the Covina COVID Care Center that has not been opened. But in Union City, we did open the COVID Care Center because we had 2 residents that were tested, and we were waiting for the test results to come back. And as you know, those were 2 of the 7 and came back negative. So we have much to be thankful for at the Masonic Homes. Unfortunately, we can't say that for many of the senior living centers in California and the rest of the country. We continue to monitor all of the nursing homes nearby, and for that matter throughout the country, and we continue to see numbers that are on the rise. And generally in California yesterday, we saw the largest number of deaths in one day. We've also seen a number of new cases, and that continues to rise even this week. And nationwide, the debate continues on when to reopen. Some states seem to be ignoring warnings, and they may be opening sooner. California, fortunately, seems to be taking a much more rational approach to when to open. Although there may be some who believe that the summer will be better, there is still not universal agreement on that either. And if the summer sees a significant drop, there's a belief that the fall will bring a rebound that could be even worse, much like the 1918 pandemic. We're very fortunate here at the Masonic Homes, and hopefully that the measures we put in place very early on will keep us safe. We have always put safety first, and will continue to do so. And we're reviewing our policies and procedures every few days to make sure that we're making changes that we feel are necessary to offer additional safeguards. Now is not the time to relax any of these measures. So once again, I'm going to urge you to do like me and not leave home. Not leave home, the campus, or not leave home if you're in the community. I've seen the protests here in California and the rest of the world, and yes, this is not great for our economy. But spreading this virus, as I've said, will be worse. And the economy will eventually recover. But the people who die, well, they're never going to recover. It's not just your life at stake, it's everyone's life. And now is the time to be safe. Listen, I know that many of you are tired of being stuck in your apartment. I'm getting those emails and I'm hearing from many of our residents now. But just remember, we have some of the most beautiful outdoor spaces on our campuses that you can use. Now, no one's saying you have to stay in your apartment. So go out and get some fresh air and a little sunshine. It'll do you good. But just remember, you have to maintain that social distance. And don't forget to call the front desk to arrange for your video visit appointment. It's a great way, as I said, to stay in touch with your family. And I know you probably think, well, I'm okay. But what about your family, right? Especially if they're staying home with your grandchildren. Maybe it's time they need a call from you because maybe they're the ones that need a little support from you. So give them a call. Give them a video call. It's always fun for everybody. And don't forget, we have MCYAF here to help you cope. Not only for our residents, but also our staff. So set up a call today. Also, speaking of today, we're going to be doing something a little different again for our toast. We're going to be recognizing the valiant staff that we have here at the Masonic Homes, including MOS and MCYF. It's together that we make the Masonic Homes the great place it is. So everyone today, our staff and our residents, will be receiving a blue ribbon pin. And that pin is to show that you support our healthcare workers here and you appreciate what they're doing, not only for us at the Masonic Homes, but throughout the country and throughout the world. We continue to have our We Care program, and we do that to help recognize our staff with a small token of our appreciation each week. It could be something like a roll of toilet paper, which I know I greatly appreciated, and paper towels, or a dozen eggs, or garbage bags even, right? But these are the things that are hard for people to obtain right now. So it comes in handy for many of our staff. And it's just a small way to recognize them. We're also doing the daily raffle. So everyone on our staff is going to be a winner at some point. Today, our 3 p.m. toast is going to be hosted by a longtime staff member. So make sure you tune in at 3 p.m. It's a bit of a surprise, and I think you're going to really enjoy it. So raise your glass at 3. We have a special wish that was granted this week from a Union City resident who got a special social distance birthday party. There was a cake, and all of her hallmates came out and sang happy birthday. Not quite a candlelight dinner, but when this is over, we'll have time to make all those celebrations happen again. Remember, we all need to do our part, so we are going to stay, stop, and save. We're going to stay home. We're going to stop the spread, and we are going to save lives. So thank you. I want you to enjoy this weekend of wonderful weather. I want you to get out. I want you to get some sunshine. I want you to see the roses in bloom. And I will be back on Monday with another report. Have a wonderful weekend. Have a happy Friday. And my prayers for each and every one of you and your family.